Hello everyone. Good morning. I've just got Weeble up. I was doing a little bit of research on some of these stocks that I've got on my list, and it's only 9 o'clock, so nothing really happens until 9:30. Excuse me, 9:30 anyway. Um, VOO will pay dividends of $1.87 per share. So that's something to look at. So I can go ahead and pull that up actually. VOO. Okie dokie. All right, so I'm just looking at some stuff this morning and getting set up and everything. My dog is barking. My cats are meowing. And yeah, that's this morning. Mara's down 4% this morning. And I'm just kind of watching Battalion right now. Hello. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. How are you doing this morning? Good morning. I'm just checking out Mara to see what it does. It looks like it's dipped, but it's coming back up. Good so far, Ella? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to hop in on this or not. I'm just kind of, I don't know. It did take quite a dip though. Look at all these bars. And I was watching Battalion as well. Which I guess is what I'm looking at today, Battalion and Mara. Oxy. I actually haven't looked at Oxy yet today. Okay, yeah. Gonna pull up Thinkorswim so I can watch multiple stocks. Day trading it because we never know what will happen in Iran. Fair, fair. I've just not wanted to hold oil for very long. So I know that if something were to go sour with trade negotiations with Iran, the price of oil will absolutely go up, especially for the American companies that are currently drilling. And Battalion is one of the ones that had certification like last year. Um, so that's, I mean, I think that's why it's doing so well. It did hit 30 bucks a couple weeks ago, though. I missed the jump on that. I was so upset. But yeah, if I'm in the oil right now, I think I'm just scalping until I see some really, really big dips. Let me switch over screens. I get so many things piled on top of each other. And there we go. I'll just put that away because it looked terrible today. Yes, but I got Thinkorswim up too, and Weeble. Looks like Oxy's taking a little bit of a dip right here for probably good for a scalp. And then we go back to Mara. Yeah, Mara's still dipping. Thought she was gonna come back up, but hasn't quite yet. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, Battalion? Yeah. Battalion is American oil. I found it, well, like I said, probably about last year. I kind of came across it. When I found it, it was trading $1.80, and I'd like to get it in the $1 to $2 range. But I have a feeling once all this, I don't expect it to hold $5. I expect that to be a temporary thing. Maybe it'll hold $5 for a few months, but I don't think it'll stay there. Because if you go to Battalion, since I have it up on, it's already had this one up, I'll show you. We go to Battalion, we go to our 1 year. It didn't really move a whole lot. I mean, it has some highs, $5, $6 highs, but this past year or so, it kind of just stayed here. And this is when I found it. But I missed the jump right here. But like, just this was what, a month, this past month, it hit $30. Yeah, so it's got hit a high of $35 this past month. Now this was right whenever things were starting to go sour with Iran. And then Iran wasn't producing oil, and it went it did really well. This is I was complaining about this one before because I saw it hit $5. I'm like, oh, it's hit $5, and then I knew about the trade negotiations and stuff going on over there, so I was like, I should buy. And then I was like, I'll buy it on Monday. It's fine. Monday came. I could not log in soon enough before it hit $12. I'm like, oh, well, it's peaked. I guess I'll just let it cool off. And it did not. It just continued on to $35. Is that locked? It better be locked. Yes, it's locked. Cool. Yeah, so this is one that I've been kind of excited about. It's kind of cooling off a little bit right now, like I figured it would. Because once Iran started producing oil again and selling and everything, it's competing with the United States. So I'd imagine that most of our oil companies would I had imagined that most of our oil companies would take a hit during that time. And from what I've seen, some of them have, but they'll go back up eventually. Long hold, oh well, yeah. But if you a month ago happened to catch it at this, you know, $2 to $4 mark, you know, that was some nice profit right there, and you only would have had to hold that for a few days to make that money. Like I said, it was less than a week. It went from $5 to $35. So at $30 profit, I was really upset that I missed out on that one. I did this is one has become one of my new favorites just because of that. But I'm watching it. Um, it's got some scalp opportunity. I don't think that's a real word, but I've been saying it because it's fun. Yeah, it's got some scalp opportunity because it keeps bouncing up and down. Um, but honestly, I'm really looking for somewhere in like the maybe under $4 to buy for a long, because it can always dip down to $1.80, maybe even $1.20. I think I've seen it there before. Cool word. Thank you. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, yeah, I've had that happen to me a couple of times. I'll be waiting on something to pop, and I'm just waiting to buy, just waiting to buy, and then I'm looking at other stocks while it pops, and I'm like, oh no. Same, yeah. I wish I would have known it existed. Yeah, I tried to call it out a few months ago, but I didn't really take a peek at it until it had started to hit $5 right here. Wait, no. Yeah? No. That's not there. No, it was clear back here. But yeah, I had it on the back burner, peeking at it occasionally. I wasn't doing anything too impressive. Like I said, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I should have hopped in, and I didn't. And it bit me. It didn't bite me. I just didn't win. I got a participation trophy and not first place. I do like the oils and gas sector and also the metals and mining. Actually, well, speaking of metals and mining, I want to see what NIK is doing. Haven't really looked at that too hard. Dollar six. Ooh, what are we doing now? $1.27. So this is the where I like to buy NAK at, right around here. I know she dips, she could possibly dip lower, but it I've seen it hit 250 often enough that I'm not too worried about that. But I wish I would have caught it at that dollar six right here, because it'd be 20 cents profit per share. Gonna have to delete some of these lines. It's starting to look like spaghetti, colorful spaghetti. Like NAK also, I traded it a few times. Yeah, and this is another one of my little favorites. It doesn't know, it's not like popping all the time, but you hold it long enough, it will pop. Especially once, I actually haven't checked on the Pebble project yet and seen where that is. Let me look that up right, right quick. They're always fighting with the EPA over rights to drill. Mm, February 18th. Not seeing anything new after February 19th. That's all the case. So NAK says this veto by the EPA is illegal and unfounded and blah, 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 blah. The EPA says we have to protect this mine for the safety and health of Alaska. But I don't think the EPA is going to win this one. It is a copper mine outside of the United States. Like Alaska's still a state, of course, but it's outside of our easy to protect border. So I don't think the EPA is going to win this one. I mean, maybe in a mine somewhere inside of the border, like the larger part of the United States, but I don't see how I don't see how they're gonna win that one. They've just been fighting it for so long. And there are other mines in Alaska too. NVA, where's NVA? This is an Alaskan mine, and they're allowed to drill. They're drilling for gold though. Scalping SPY today. Yeah, that's bigger stock that I don't look at too often. It's definitely moving quickly. 39, 38. Somebody's trying to get it for 639. Uh, it's moving too quickly. Hang on, hang on. 258. 2,000 shares on Webull. Do you trade with multiple screens open? Scalping SPY options. I can't afford stock. Yes, I do. I like having the alt. Blah, blah, blah. I like having the multiple screens. Um, I just wish that I could see both of them at the same time. The stream kind of gets an advantage because it gets to look at both of my screens at once, whereas I have to switch back and forth because I'm already using my other screen for all of the stream stuffs. Stuffs in plural. I'm usually watching several stocks at once. Yeah. So one thing I do like about Webull, let me switch back over to Webull, is that I can do this up at the top and I can move them around wherever I want. But I don't trust Webull as far as if I'm gonna make big trades, I don't want to do it on Webull because I have had it bite me because it didn't put my trade through quickly enough and I lost money because of it and that really upset me. But Thinkorswim seems to be pretty accurate. So I kind of use this for just kind of watching the stocks and getting an additional look um, at volume and buy and sell and all that. Losing my words. And then I've been doing most of my actual trading on Thinkorswim just because I feel like the platform's a little more secure, I guess. Not secure. Secure is not the word I'm looking for. My trades seem to go through faster on that platform than this one. Seems like this one lags a little bit. And they also make you pay for some of this stuff. Some of these books, you can't see without paying a fee. And I don't think Thinkorswim makes me pay a fee. I think it just lets me use it as it is. I can't move these around because I'd like to have both of these screens set up exactly the same, and I've done my best to do that. Okay, so let's look. No, we haven't checked out Hecla. This one has moved up one day because last week I thought this was like 10 bucks. No, am I incorrect? I am incorrect. Not been paying attention to this one. So this one I first saw Hecla at 7 or 8. I don't think I caught it at 5, but I did notice it at 7 or 8. And it hit 10. But it looks like it's been doing some things. Hecla does gold and silver, I believe. Let me look it up so I'm not lying. Easy, easier to use. It looks great. Yeah. Sometimes I couldn't tell if I bought or sold on Webull. Yeah, like it's got a nice aesthetic. I will give it that. It's got a lot of user-friendly features and pretty colors and all that stuff. But I've just noticed my trades take a lot longer to go through. And 30 seconds to a minute is a long time. And what would get me like is it would just pass my sell or my buy or my sell actually. It would just pass me over and over again in multiple instances. And then like I said, I ended up losing money on one of them because it just kept passing me as if my trade wasn't there. And I know it was set to the right parameters. So it wasn't that I just put it in wrong. I had taken the time to cancel it out and then put it back in, and still it didn't take it. And when it finally took it, like I said, I lost money, and that made me so mad. So mad that I pulled I pulled all of my cash off of there. All except for like 45 bucks or some small amount of money. But that was just because I didn't want to completely wipe the account. Oh, I was looking up to make sure I wasn't lying. Um, Hecla, like I said, I'm almost positive it's gold. Silver, gold, lead, and zinc. And one of these mines, one of these, I think NVA also mines antimony as well. But yeah, these are all three mines. NAK, NVA, Hecla. I think I hear the coffee going off. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. It's what it, it's what I did, LOL. I will check into those. Yeah, like these are three of my favorites. They have nice lows and they maintain, they hit a good high, like several dollars profit high, and they do it all. They've been doing it pretty often, especially with um, Trump allowing for drilling. So these are my, I think, I guess I could say these are my three favorite mines. But I will be right back. I'm gonna switch over to my oils real quick. I've been debating on whether or not I should make a separate list for petroleum because this is petroleum and this is petroleum. Um, but most of these are just natural gas and such. I got some of the favorites from the Discord. We got Oxy, AR, which I haven't seen a call out for AR in a hot minute. I did see where you said petroleum could use its own list, and yeah, so I went ahead and made a petroleum list, and I'll just add this to petroleum. Sorry, I got a little distracted with the puppy. Um, what was he doing? Petroleum. Yeah, okay, so we're adding that. This is also petroleum. Something I also did, um, is I went through and all of my stocks that do dividends, I added to a special divvy list. So everything on here pays divvies. So I've got 126 stocks that pay divvies. And maybe that's too many stocks, but if I have them organized properly, it doesn't matter how many there are. I can just go through entire sectors and see what's hot and scalp from there. So one thing that Webull does, which I thought was kind of cool, how do I pull that back up? You can go somewhere in the watch list. How did I do that? You can go through your watch list and you can set it to where it'll show you the stocks that pay dividends. Um, I don't remember how I did it. I don't want to mess with this one. And if I pop it over on another screen, you won't be able to see it. Maybe, no, not this one. It's running a little slow for some reason. So I'm here in the settings on the watch list. Go complete, complete compact. I'll mess with this one so I don't have to mess with my main one. And then we'll just spread this out. Divvies. Okay. So yeah, if you go to complete and you can remove all this other stuff, um, there's a section on here that shows you dividends. Why is he doing? It's very long. Um, oh, how did I do that? I fiddle with the stuff and I get it to do what I want, and then I forget how I did the thing. That wasn't it. I can't remember. I will fiddle with it, and when I remember how I did it, I'll put that in the next one. Because it's in the options where you go through, you select what you want it to show you. Because you can take this stuff off and add it. I like the simplified though, because all I really want to see is the price and the name of the company. Or not even the name. I don't even need that. I just need the ticker. I do that. Oh yeah, you have a divvy stock list too? Okay, so now I have two on my petroleum list, and my other list could use some more work. You can tell I put a little more effort into metals and mining and oil and gas because the lists are so much larger. There are other companies in my big list, of course. This should be, yeah, it's on Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin is at the top. Why is price change highest to lowest? Okay, don't know why it did that. Here we are. Yep, good old battalion hanging out at the top of the list. I want to look at yesterday. So it looks like for battalion here recently, you've been able to purchase in the morning and then sell for higher profit during regular trading hours. And then it dips again overnight, and then it comes back up. If you purchase it on a dip, you sell it for higher in the morning when it peaks or during normal trading hours. Because like, let's say you got it 665. Well, that's the low. Let's stretch it out a little bit so we can see. 575. So if you bought it at 575, which is the high, you could have sold it for in the $6 range as long as you didn't sell it at this dip right here. And you could have done that all morning from 7:30 till now, even especially now because it's at 6:14 now. Yep, this is one of my favorites. It upset me because I did a trade on it and it was too early to do a trade on it. But I bought it for a long, but then I needed to free up some funds. So I let this one go, but unfortunately I let it go at a 2% profit loss, which isn't bad, of course, but I hate that. Now I find out how to do something and then I can't remember how to get back to it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do that a lot. Like I have this, even Thinkorswim, I have it set up so specifically for me that like when I need to fix something, I can't remember how to do it sometimes. Because I can just tweak it until it's perfect. And once it's perfect, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Though I wish I could get this to stay up here a little bit because I like having a little bit of a space down at the bottom below this volume. But yeah, so I got my RSI chart and MCA, MACD. I cannot talk. I got my charts all stacked so nice and neatly. Some people put their volume up here. I don't like my volume on my chart because sometimes the lines blend and I can't tell. I know I can pull it up, but sometimes it's harder for me to tell where the stock has dipped to and what's a volume line, especially when the volume's really high. Oh, and down here on this one, I have my um, Well, this is not supposed to be 1 minute. This is supposed to be 2 minutes. So this is supposed to be 2 minutes. Don't know why I wasn't. So I got my 2 minutes, my 5 minutes, and my 1 minute. I like looking at the 1 minute um, when I'm scalping anyway, just to kind of see where things are at. But I also like to compare it with the 2 minutes and the 5 minutes as well. Looks wide. Not wide. It looks there. Looks too skinny. I need it to be wider. Yep, that's what I wanted to say. And I like to see more volume and interest on this one. Let me see. Let me go to Weeble. Yeah, I mean, the battalion right now isn't hitting my 12,000 roll, which is unfortunate. I mean, I know it's like at 5, $6, but I still feel like that's not too much to ask out of a $5 stock. But, you could scalp it as long as you're buying small positions, you can totally scalp this one. That's a rule that I got from View, though. I use 1, 2, and 5. Nice. Yeah, I run into that. Yeah, I like them. I asked if anybody uses the 3 minutes, and so far I don't think I've seen anybody use 3 minutes. I very rarely use the 15 or the 1 hour. Not unless it gets automatically selected when I'm checking through the months and the years of a stock. But I suppose the 15 would have some benefit. I do have the 4 hour up here because platinum traders trade on the 4 hour. So I just have it set up that way when if I ever do decide I want to trade platinum, I already have it set that way. My mouse is doing some ghosty stuff. No, it's not. That was weird. I put it down and it just kept going doot 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 doot. Hopefully Monday I'll be able to get into some bigger trades. I'm excited for that. Just depends on how long it takes for me for the money to post in my account. But I hadn't put a bunch of money into it yet because I was still learning the platform, Thinkorswim specifically. I should pull it up while I talk about it. But yeah, so I'm excited for Monday. Like I said, it should be Monday. Depends on how long it takes to post. But I'll be able to do some more interesting trading than just like 50 to 100 units. I've been kind of limited to what I can trade in right now without putting that in there. But I know that if I put it in there too early, I would just trade with it and possibly lose it because I don't, I like trading the cash. It's fun. It's like backwards shopping. Instead of paying taxes to to whoever, you get the taxes back. Hopefully good things will happen over the weekend and the market might be better. Yeah, I've also noticed it's been kind of red. Like, it's not that there wasn't any green. It's just none of my favorites were green, so I'm just a little hesitant to just bet it all on a stock I don't know very well. And all the things that I was really interested in had already taken off, so I was just waiting for those particular ones to dip, I guess. But still keeping an eye on things. I did a little bit of trading with NAK, and I think I made, was it it was 25 or 50% profit on that, which was cool. I didn't put very much into it, um, but I just caught it an up, on its way up. I caught it at the end, at the bottom of a dip, and it just kept going up, and then I sold it. Held it a little longer, didn't maximize profit because, I'm greedy and I like making more money. Hmm. Speaking of NAK though, it's got the buy interest I like. Look at that. 17, 23, 25, 13, 14, 15, 14, 13, 12, 12, all the way down to $1.18. So yeah, this is interesting to me. It's got more buy interest than sell interest actually. Let's look at it on Thinkorswim, compare the two. I also do that a lot with an AAK. Yeah, no, that. Thank you. Oh, stop doing that. There we are. And that's too much. Mm, 47. What time is it? 10:54. Ah, it's too late. I'm not going to, but I like the buy interest. It's all good. It's all on both platforms. I'm seeing some interest that I like. But it is almost 11, and I don't like to be in a trade past 10:30 really. Um, just because I don't want to get stuck in a trade during the lunchtime rush. That's a great return. Yeah, thanks. I was pretty excited about it. Put a little bit in, make that plus an additional half back. Yeah, I was pretty pumped. So I got 5 minutes. I don't wanna get stuck in it. I'm very leery of the lunchtime rush when everybody, well, I guess it wouldn't even be called a rush. I don't like trading during lunchtime because people hop off their computer, they sell out all their shares, they don't want to buy, and then I'm stuck holding a bag for 2 hours while they come back. I don't like that. Same. Yeah, I have some rules that I've been given some rules because I use them because I thought that they were, good rules to follow, and then I've learned some things. And that's one of my personal rules. One that I was given though was no trades before 9:30. And sometimes that works, sometimes that one doesn't. Like it just depends really. But I have lost money less by following that rule. Because I think I did lose some profits towards the beginning, and I think that most of those profits I lost were before 9:30. Some of them were at the 7:30 market. I used to trade 7:30. I usually trade options, and I can't trade them before or after hours. That makes it hard and riskier. Yeah, I actually haven't set the account up to do options trading yet. But I was told I should work with this a little bit more before I start getting into options. So I'll uh I'll fiddle with this end of the stock market a little more before I do anything else. Expiration is a killer. I bet. That's another thing. I would have a hard time remembering expiry dates. So I would probably end up losing money in my several of my options trade, paper trade options for a while first. Yeah, absolutely. I just know I'm not ready to do options yet. I'll forget the dates. I will. I'll be like, oh, I got time. And then all of a sudden my stock sells and I didn't make any money off of it or something like that. Um, Another thing I'm interested in is shorting. I'm very interested in shorting because I would like to be able to play both ends of the market. Or expires worthless. Yeah, that would be even worse. You make absolutely nothing on it and lose all of it. Yeah, NAK is making somebody money right now, but it's not gonna be me. It's too close. I shall not be fooled. I shall not be stuck in this. This one might carry through until like 11:30 though, but I usually hop off at about 11 to prevent myself from going into a trade at lunchtime, because I will sometimes. I do that with options, trade both ways. Yeah, it sounds like a really smart thing to do because if you can pump it and then whenever it starts to dip, you can take advantage of that. Barrack mining, that one. Barrack. I'm gonna look that up real quick. That one sounds familiar. What do they mine? There's a reason why that's sticking in my head. Gold and copper. So I can add that one to my gold list actually. Where did it go? Where did it go? It disappeared. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna add this to my gold list because they mine gold. Silver and gold. So like I have a silver and gold list and companies that do um anything else add to metals and mining. Don't know why that's not on metals and mining already though. Because they mine copper too, so that's yeah. Looks like they're having a good day. 38. I mean, it's up $1. Almost $2 actually. 37, 38, 74. Yeah, not quite $2, but almost. Okay, so let's take fun final look at my favorites and see what they're doing before I hop off. Okay, NAK was on the move up. I see some red right here starting. I'm expecting a dip for lunch. My dog is whining. I do not know why. What's wrong, buddy? Give me a minute. Okay, and then we have NBA. I don't trust that. That little dot right there. I don't trust it. There's no candle. It's just a dot. Don't trust the dot. HL. HL was on the move up. Looks like it's also going to take a dip for lunch. I might be a liar though. It just went green. We'll see. And then AM is another one that I like to keep an eye on too. Well, about the dog. It's weird seeing my husband's account on here. Yeah, there might be a way that you can change it in the settings somewhere. I'm going to hop off here too and do a few things. I enjoy the chat and we'll try to be here more often. I appreciate what you do. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I try to stream every morning on the weekdays, though sometimes with the nausea and stuff, it's a little hard for me to get on here, but that will get better. 10 weeks left. We're pumped. And yeah, he's a very sweet boy. I'll put him on stream at some point. He's a border collie. Well, you're here, yeah, Vix, but I'm hopping off. You're late. But anyway, I'm watching over Vital's shoulder. Yeah, he's been seeing what I'm doing. He just hasn't been in chat. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for joining me. The nausea will just disappear after the birth. Probably. Yeah, no, probably. I was having a rough morning this morning, but it all got better, and then at least it got mostly better. Oh, and new experience, sciatic nerve pain. That's a new one for me. hmm But anyway, rather than sit here and complain about being pregnant, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. But thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope everybody has good luck with their trades. And I'll be back on Monday, so I will catch you then. In case you didn't see, Danielle, she's gonna hop off and complain to me and said, absolutely. Have a great day. You too. Catch you later. Anyway, good luck, everybody. Bye.